When I was Vice President of Health Affairs back in the late 80s, people were asking, could we start a College of Pharmacy? Well, the problem was the state didn't have additional dollars to get it started. So we realized that we were going to have a privatized model, which was the first in the country in a public institution. And Dr. Franks and his team, the steering committee, worked tirelessly, months and for a few years, to get things put ready to go.
Around 2003 or 4, I guess, Dr. Franks, who was dean of the medical school, got interested in, we sat down and talked and found a way from a budget standpoint to afford to put together what is a public-private partnership, I guess, because the tuition money is paid by the individuals today. And it worked, and we were off and running.
The governor himself came for a visit probably around the 1st of March. And he sat down one-on-one with me for over 2 hours, and he went through every line and verse, if you will, of the pro forma. And he's extremely astute, good businessman, so he was absorbing it, and at the end, he says, "Paul, do you really think this will work?" I says, "Governor, it's guaranteed."
What impressed me the most about the whole initiative was the community response. We would not have a College of Pharmacy were it not for the community. Now, I have to tell you, when we first started, people didn't give us much of a chance. But if you add together the optimism, the sacrifice, it was the community support that made this a reality.
Well, it was exciting. You saw an array of men and women, citizens in and around this region who said, you know what, we're going to have that College of Pharmacy at East Tennessee State University. Mrs. Culp wrote a check for $1,000. A letter came from a citizen in North Carolina with a very small amount of money. And then, of course, the business community stepped up. And in 45, 50 days, we had several millions of dollars. We achieved the goal that Governor Bredesen had set so that Dr. Stanton and Dr. Franks and now Dean Calhoun and Guy Wilson could all stand up and say, we supported the College of Pharmacy and it's going to make a huge difference in our region in Appalachia for sure.
The reason I did is because, first of all, the closest College of Pharmacy in the state of Tennessee was in Memphis. And it's 50 miles closer to Canada than it is to Memphis from Johnson City or Bristol. And that was one of the reasons, the fact that we didn't have any access to close College of Pharmacies back at that time. And the second reason was that the demographics of the population was growing older, and there's going to be a need for more and more pharmacists.
Larry Calhoun was on that first steering committee. He was actually the CEO of our company at that point, our pharmacy company. And before it was all over with, he got interested and wanted to be the dean. And lo and behold, we lost a good employee, but I think it was worthwhile and it was worth the sacrifice.
When I arrived, I had a briefcase that I carried with me. I had a yellow pad and a pen. That was pretty much it. And I knew that we had committed to start a College of Pharmacy, and I knew where the accreditation standards were, and I thought, what have I done? I think one of the things that I was told when I walked in by Dr. Franks that first day, besides go find an office, was, good luck, Larry, I hope you can do this. And it felt like a pretty big weight at the time was on my shoulders, but when I started talking to the people at East Tennessee State, and in particular in the College of Medicine, and seeing the support from ETSU and ETSU leadership and the community, I knew all I had to do was get the right people in the right place at the right time, and this is going to happen.
For me, it was a very intimidating thought, I think, to be hired in a college with no faculty on board, and we would be responsible for hiring the next 25 faculty members over a short period of time. And that was really exciting in some respects because, it's a blank slate. You get to build a school.
The applications started coming in, and the pedigrees of the faculty, the institutions at which they had been trained, the type of previous experiences they had had, their demonstrated skill in being professors was evident.
I enjoyed being part of one of the inaugural faculty because I was part of the process of shaping the college and, writing faculty bylaws and writing our own tenure and promotion documents and being part of the early admissions process and shaping how, we look at applicants and so many things.
That first interview day, when we first started talking to students, was big. When I saw the faces of the students who came in, who were all willing to put their trust and their hope in a very small number of people, not only was it exciting, it was scary. And you go back to your office after that interview day and you think, I'm going to make this happen. Fast forward, and the next interview day, and then first white coat ceremony, and every white coat ceremony, every graduation afterwards. While the first one may have been sort of a big thing from an event perspective, it's still, each and every one of them has been as big as the first one.
From the very first time that I came to Gatton for interview day, it was pretty obvious what the atmosphere here was like. It's very family oriented. They treat everyone here as if you are their family. And they really they care about you as a person first, outside of being a student.
I think this community really invested a lot in us as a class at ETSU, and now it's so rewarding to actually be able to come back and to work for a company like Food City that has so much involvement in the community. Through all the hard work and dedication of Dean Calhoun and his team, he was able to prepare us for our careers, and now I'm able to enjoy an exciting professional career.
Well, 10 years has gone by, and now it's time to take a look and say, okay, where do we go from here? And it's really fun to think in terms of, okay, we've got the first 10 years behind us, because you don't have enough film in that camera for me to tell you how many great things that have happened in this college, and what a great job the faculty and the staff and the students and administration of ETSU and the community have done to put us on the map.
Congratulations, Gatton College of Pharmacy. It's hard to believe it's been 10 years since you started as a part of our Health Science Center here at East Tennessee State University. I'm proud of your accomplishments, and I look forward to all that will be done in the years ahead. Congratulations.
To Dr. Larry Calhoun and the entire faculty and staff at Gatton, congratulations to you on all that you've accomplished in one short decade, and I look forward to seeing the amazing things that you'll accomplish in the decades to come.